Hello and welcome to the first ever chapter of Takemake. I am today's story master, Samaya. If you're not quite sure what exactly a story master is, think of my role as something like an all-knowing narrator. Although we have a wonderful cast of voice actors and voice actresses who have provided their talents for the character dialogue in each chapter, as the story master, I'll be the one to read aloud anything as a visual or an action sequence. For example, I'll be the one to let you know if Takemake ran really fast or if Takemake punched him in the face. You're about to enter a bizarre, yet enchanting world of mysteries and secrets abound. Welcome to the world of Takemake. The alarm clock rings louder and louder.
Huh? It's 7:30 already?
The red-haired young man runs down the stairs.
This young man is Casemasetown, or Takemake for short.
Takemake almost slips running down the stairs before managing to catch himself. He rushes past the bathroom before doubling back after noticing someone hunched over the toilet.
The son of pop icon and recording legend Yuki Ukri.
Hey, Mom, I'm headed out. Do you need anything? No, I think we have everything we need for our trip.
For as long as he can remember, Takemake has always traveled across the globe with his adventure-loving mother.
You don't look so good, Mom. I'm fine. Just facing the consequences of my actions from last night. I shouldn't have eaten that exotic fish. Okay, then. I'm going to run to the diner for some bacon and eggs. Ugh. Suit yourself.
Takemake puts on a pair of shoes next to the stairs before heading towards the door.
I'll be back soon.
Little did Takemake Ukri know.
Remember, even if we're apart, your mommy is always thinking of you.
Don't say embarrassing things like that.
This one single moment in time would change Takemake Ukri's life forever.
Takemake runs down a hill before tripping over a large rock. Takemake falls face first on the ground. The ground below Takemake begins to heat up.
Ouch! Why is the ground so hot all of a sudden?
Takemake stands up off the ground before resuming his walk downhill. The clouds in the sky block the sun. Visible heat sears materialize on the ground.
Boy, it sure got hot all of a sudden. Ugh. I should have brought a bottle of water.
Takemake walks closer to the molten crater at the bottom of the hill.
Gotta keep going.
He unknowingly steps in the molten crater. The heat from the molten crater burns through Takemake's shoes.
Ah! My foot!
The crater quickly expands into a massive crater. The crater swallows Takemake whole. Takemake begins to fall through the dark abyss of the molten crater.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
A second later, Takemake passes out in midair from shock. The molten crater closes up instantaneously. A young woman is huddled over a lake of fire filled with red water. The young woman stares up at the sky longingly.
What's wrong with me, anyway?
The young woman hears a voice coming from the sky.
Is that what I think it is?
She notices a young boy falling from the sky. She rushes over to where he will land. Takemake is inches away from crash landing. She gently catches Takemake in her arms just in the nick of time.
That was a close one.
The legend begins.
Takemake lies unconscious on the ground.
Where?
Oh, you aren't dead after all.
Ow, my head! Where am I? And why is there a lake of fire?
This is the underworld. Of course there are lakes of fire here.
This is the underworld? Does that mean I'm dead? How did I end up in hell? I always thought I lived my life on the up and up.
No, this is the underworld, not hell.
How can this be? I died too young. Too soon.
No, kid, you're not dead.
How could I have died? Why did I fall through the earth anyway? Damn it! Now I'll never be able to go on adventures with my mom.
Didn't you hear me? You're not dead.
Maybe if I pray hard enough, God will give me a second chance at life.
Gonna be pretty hard since you're not dead.
Oh God, please forgive me and pardon me of my sins, and let me return to the world of the living.
If you say you are dead one more time, I will personally murder you.
And if you can't bring me back to life, please send another demon to torment me in the afterlife instead.
What was that?
The young lady kicks him furiously. Her kick sends him crashing into the lake of fire. He starts to drown as he sinks to the bottom of the lake.
He isn't swimming up. Don't tell me. He doesn't know how to swim? Crap.
The young woman dives into the lake after Takemake.
Thank you. Thank you.
You should really learn how to swim before you pester someone who can kick your annoying ass into more than just a lake of fire.
Okay. Looks like we got off on the wrong foot earlier. My name is Takemake. What's your name?
Sahakura Tenoi. But courtesy isn't the problem here, now is it? Since you're not a demon, you must be able to return to where you came from. Which would be where exactly?
The Fukiosa district in Amukwan.
Fuki what? Sorry, never heard of it.
Oh, I see. I know this is the underworld, but does this place have a certain name?
This is Casemasetown. It's a settlement on the outskirts of the underworld, but we aren't actually a part of the underworld.
Then what are you a part of?
Well, it's a long story, but I only know the basic information. Casemasetown is affiliated with the Imperial Government, the spirit world's largest organization. The Imperial Government is affiliated with over 700 countries and territories in the spirit world. Here in Casemasetown, there's an institution that teaches the upcoming generation of citizens to be specialized warriors, known as Hojo. Hojo are a form of Jo. The Jo are sworn to serve the affiliates of the Imperial Government under the rule of His Supreme Highness Jonathan, the highest power of the Imperial Government and the person who has the most authority in the spirit world.
If this town is affiliated with that Imperial Government thing, then why is it in the underworld?
17 years ago, the Imperial Government decided that they wanted to make peace with the demons and devils they persecuted for so long. They decided that Casemasetown would serve as the treaty town and that we would stay here until the treaty was officially void. Technically, the treaty's been void for the past 12 years. But the Imperial Government's too lazy to move the village back to the spirit world.
Oh. Okay.
Were you even listening to me?
Yeah, of course.
Forget it. You aren't worth the energy.
So, you guys obviously have a way to travel between worlds. How do I get home from here?
I'm not really privy to such things. If you want to know how to get back home, then you should go talk to Coach Tosai.
A classroom door opens before closing a few seconds later. Over a dozen young men and women talk amongst themselves while remaining seated in their desks. Takemake and Sahakura enter the room in tandem. One of the young women stares at Sahakura with derision.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Sahakura walks towards a muscular man while pointing at Takemake.
Coach, there's some kid who needs help getting back home.
Oh, Sahakura, you're back! That meltdown didn't take long.
Wow! Look at your rock-hard abs!
I don't know who this kid is, but I like him already. Yeah, I appreciate anyone who recognizes my hard work.
A young man in a desk adjacent to Tosai looks over at Takemake with a cold expression.
Sahakura, who is this kid?
Oh, Basu. He's just some kid who fell from the sky.
Is he not from Casemasetown?
Well, actually,
Nope, I'm from Amuquan, which apparently doesn't exist in this world. So I'm an alien to you guys, I guess.
No. I don't think that's what it means at all.
I can't believe you're overlooking the fact that Sahakura just ran out of the classroom out of nowhere. Aren't you going to penalize her?
there's a rhyme behind my reason. I got pissed off, so I ran out of class before I punched someone, which I accidentally did to this guy.
Oh, that's not a good reason whatsoever. You should penalize her, Coach.
Haha! Classes aren't in session today, and I'm not your teacher anymore. So this is out of my hands. Sahakura had an emotional outburst on her own time for once.
Oh, whatever.
What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Tosai?
I'm just teasing you, Sahakura. Just some final teacher-student moments between us before you guys leave me forever.
I thought they were your students, Coach.
Yes, they were my students. Just before the summer, in fact. You've come on a very special day. After several years of rigorous training with me day in and day out, these kiddos are setting out on their first official days as Hojo in training. I'm so proud of each and every one of you!
Tosai wipes his tears away with a handkerchief before blowing his nose into it.
Now they're just here as formality to be split into their respective teams.
Teams?
At Joe Training Academies, students are separated into different teams depending on the level of Juruchiki that they are currently able to manipulate and the type of missions they are capable of completing.
Yes, I see.
Tosai walks over to his desk before taking a piece of paper out of it and reading it over.
And now, the time has come!
Tosai walks over to the blackboard and starts writing down the contents of the paper. All of the students in the classroom stare intensely at the blackboard. Some students are smiling.
Impressive.
Some students are frowning.
Oh, shoot.
Some students are apathetic. Some students burst into tears. Some are sweating nervously. Tosai finishes writing the contents of the paper on the board.
As you can see clearly, Basu and Sahakura are at the top of the class, which means they will be placed in a Sachi or retrieval team. Congratulations to the two of you!
What? Really? I didn't even know that.
Sahakura's second in our class? Since when?
That's where exam scores indicate. And you, Winseki, come fourth after Tagoshi.
Even after all my hard work.
Seems pretty accurate to me.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me.
Will you two knock it off already?
Sahakura and Winsuki quickly regained themselves.
How lucky can I get? With a heavyweight like Basu on my team, the next 4 years will be a breeze.
Takemake reads over a pamphlet about the training academy with a wide grin on his face. All the students are talking amongst themselves. Everyone starts to transfer seats to sit next to their fellow team members. Tosai dries his tears with his handkerchief once more before walking over to Takemake.
So what do you think, kiddo? Our training academy is pretty cool, huh?
It's really fascinating. Schools in my world aren't nearly this awesome. You guys teach them how to fight and they go on missions and stuff. It's all just so cool.
Well, yeah! That's the basic gist of what we do here.
Man, I wonder what my rank would be.
Since you're not from here, it could be a little above 0.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Well, how about we try it out anyway? It never hurts to try, right?
You can do that?
Of course! I play by my own rules. We have an instrument we use to measure it.
What a weird-looking machine.
It's known as a Juruchiki pedometer. It can detect the amount of resting Juruchiki within your body. Now, just inhale and exhale, and I'll be able to determine your Juruchiki.
Anything?
It's coming into the pedometer. Wait. What?
What? It has to be like 15 at least, since he's obviously an average human.
It couldn't be that high. Could it?
It better not be higher than mine.
Duh. I checked it 2 times. So it can't be a mistake. But it appears that the resting Juruchiki in your body is 42. That's way above average.
Man, I thought it was going to be at least 100.
Seriously?
Damn it!
Ow, my head! Would you stop hitting me already?
Lucky for you, you're not staying long. So now my rank won't drop. Thank goodness he's just passing through.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Sahakura. I suppose the inner workings of Hokkaido were never properly explained to you guys, was it? Nah, one cannot simply go through Hokkaido and go to another world or realm on a whim. The Hokkaido itself is a government-only transportive mechanism used under the most strenuous of circumstances, and the interworld transportation for the higher-ups of the imperial government takes precedence over someone who has somehow been dislocated from their homeworld.
Are you saying that someone being sent to another world against their will wouldn't be considered an emergency?
I can't really say, kiddo. The most I can do is inform Jasa, the head of Casemasetown, that you've been displaced from your world and that it's of the utmost urgency that you return. That's literally all I can do for you at this point in time. I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
Tosai stands up from his desk chair before placing his hands on Takemake's shoulders.
You have my word, kid, that we will get you home as soon as we can.
Okay, there's just one thing I need from you guys in the meantime.
Huh? Something you need from us?
Until I can return home, let me enroll here at the academy. That way, I can go on a lot of fun adventures with you guys.
Well, I don't know if I can make you a Joe in training, but I'll try my best. For now, I can do the next best thing. How about you shadow one of these teams on their first mission and see if you really have what it takes to be a student here?
You got a deal, Tosai-san.
I thought that you'd be able to compete with us.
Now's as good a time as any to learn, right?
Your optimism is truly astounding, Takemake.
It's less optimism and more stupidity. How can you allow him to skip all of the training that we had to go through? How fair is that?
Oh, Sahakura, don't get yourself in such a tizzy over this. Just you watch. Over time, you and Takemake will surely become the best of friends.
When hell freezes over.
I think I'm getting stomach ulcers again.
Well, when you eat a meal meant for a family of 5, it's bound to happen.
I'll be glad to be separated from the likes of them.
I would like to say how much of a pleasure has been teaching all of you these past 8 years. I'm so proud that each and every one of you have gained entrance into the Hojo training program.
What do you mean he's gonna shout out our team?
Great.
Both Basu and yourself are the only ones capable of ensuring Takemake's safety due to your class rank. Placing his safety in the hands of any other team would be a grave error on my part.
Gee, thanks.
Better them than me.
Frank and Winsuki proceed out of the classroom.
For the next 4 years, you will all work together to achieve your dreams. There is no doubt in my mind that no matter how you see each other right now, your perceptions of one another will change before you graduate.
Psh. Heed my words, you. No matter what happens, I will never be friends with you.
Don't be silly. Of course we're going to be friends. I already decided that we were going to be friends when you saved me from drowning.
Seriously?
Well, you'll need a lesson on how things work around here before you embarrass me in front of the instructor.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Oh, shut it.
Well, if you have everything covered here, Sahakura, I'll go fill Tosai in on everything. Best wishes, you guys!
Tosai proceeds to leave the classroom after closing the door behind him.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I do. All right. First, you need to learn about Juruchiki.
Now, why does that sound so familiar?
Juruchiki is the force that thrives on a person's spiritual life and abilities. Juruchiki, also known as spiritual presence, is the ability to focus and manipulate your own spirit into tangible form. This can be done in a variety of ways, ranging from the ability to produce flames to manipulating the air around you. However, most abilities are hereditary and cannot be learned or adopted. For instance, someone who uses earth-based Juruchiki cannot use water-based Juruchiki.
Ah, I see. So it's like superpowers.
You didn't understand a single word of that, did you?
I understood it. Basically, you guys fight using some sort of spiritual power. It's not really that complicated.
Color me surprised. The idiot actually understood it.
Now, you see, in order to instruct the students to the best of their ability, the dean of the training academy must separate the students into teams that he feels best suit them. Each team is then assigned an instructor who authorizes and supervises their missions.
You mean like the one we're missing right now?
Upon enrollment in the training academy, students are divided into different teams that specialize in different Hojo skill sets. Sagi specializes in retrieval and rescue missions. Ichi specializes in espionage and investigation missions. Kushu specializes in medical and weapon skills. Of course, the skill sets intersect eventually, but the team's core curricula will always remain the same throughout their 4th and final year.
Makes sense. Is that all?
Basically, yes. But if you have any other questions...
Hey, you have no idea where you're going.
Why is he just adjusting to all this so easily? You would think someone in his predicament would be a bit surprised by all this.
He doesn't seem like he sweats the small stuff.
And that's a good thing.
Sometimes he can be.
You think we'll find out what his deal is someday?
Maybe.
Earlier, he said he'd already decided to be my friend, as if I had no choice in the matter. It was kind of like him, you know?
Does he really remind you of him?
Come on. Let's go, guys.
Will you please have some patience?
Here we go again.
They sit eagerly in their respective desks.
You think...
He forgot?
About us?
Ugh. This is so rude. I mean, I know we were late to class, but he could have at least shown up on time himself. How totally irresponsible.
Hojo are respectable and mannerly no matter what. He won't just blow us off like that.
Something tells me he went to a buffet. Is anyone else hungry? I haven't eaten all day.
Quiet, you.
Food!
Fine. If he doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, we can go eat.
Can we go to a buffet?
Sure, why not?
Looks like you two are finally getting along.
Food unites people.
No, I'm just too hungry to yell at him, is all.
Ah.
I wonder what kind of buffet he went to.
There's a lot of different choices in Casemase.
I wish we could be at one of them right now. Ugh.
It's strange though. Why was the door open before we got here?
Maybe it was a ghost.
There are ghosts here?
I've never seen one in town, but there have been rumors that ghosts have appeared in the Kakashino forest that lies just outside of Casemase.
You can't believe silly rumors like that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They are surprised at a figure's sudden appearance.
Whoa, a ghost?
You all sure like talking about weird things, don't you?
To appear out of thin air like that. Impressive.
I didn't really appear out of nowhere. I was just napping under my desk this whole time. I'll probably be hungover, let's say 50% of the time. But please, bear with me, you guys. I just hate working.
You're hilarious.
All right. I want to give you guys an easy assignment to start off our team training.
My first official mission.
I bet it's gonna be a report on our summer or something.
I pray to God that there's some food involved.
We need to do something to quell my boredom.
Seriously?
Seriously?
No need to get so upset. You could always opt out if you want to.
Then you'd miss out on our very first adventure.
So you see missions as adventures too, then.
These guys are nuts.
In the end, it's your choice whether you want to go or not. I can't force you all to go anywhere, nor do I feel like doing so.
I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity.
I'll definitely go if you feed me.
Okay, you have yourself a deal, Takemake.
I have a real bad feeling about this. Already.
Team Kawasagi has been formed. A tale for the ages begins.